Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Chev. If you're new to this channel, welcome GWAN. For today's video, I'm using hair from BestLaceWigs.com, and the hair that I'm using is a body wave hair, and it is in 20 inches. So the great thing about this hair is that the knots are already bleached for you. It's already plucked. Everything is done for you. All you have to do is remove the lace and apply the wig. So before I do that, I want to do a glueless method without even doing the ball cap method as well. I just want this wig to be super easy. So I'll be using this elastic band to make sure that my wig is snug and that it is fitted to my head, so I won't have to use glue and all of that. So now I'm just measuring the wig on my head to see how it's placed, and you want to make sure that you get a wig cap that's close to your scalp as possible. This wig cap is not exactly the exact match to my scalp, but it won't be showing that much or at all, so I'm not even worried about it. So I'm just trying to measure the hair to see how far on my forehead it's gonna go and all of that. So I'm just putting back the hair to see how the front is looking. So I'm cutting cutting off the lace on my head to make sure that it's completely covering my edges. My hairline is a little bit weird where the sides come down close to my eyebrows, so it does get a little bit difficult when I'm trying to lay my wigs to, you know, look full and without leaving my edges out at all. So I thought it would be best to cut the lace on my head. When removing the lace, you also want to make sure that you don't go too close to the actual hair lining, because you don't want it to have a sharp too full look. So make sure that you leave a little bit of the lace on. I don't even know if that makes sense, but just don't go too close to the hair lining where it looks too sharp. So now I'm using the elastic band to see how tight I need the sides to be so the flaps lay flat. So as I said before, we're trying to make sure the wig is snug enough where we won't need to use glue or any other extra stuff to lay down our frontal. This is going to be a melted frontal without using all the extra stuff. So far I'm loving how full the frontal is without looking too full. And also I'm just gonna cut off the excess sides so that it's not too floppy on the sides, and I just wanted to make sure that it's fitted enough. And as I said, I love how the lace is looking in terms of how well they bleached the lace, so I didn't have to do anything extra to this wig. Now I'm basically going to separate some of the hair in the front just a little bit, and this is for my own personal shape of my hair lining that I want it to look as realistic as possible. And I'm just gonna cut off a little bit of the lace at the front because I didn't want it to come too far down on my forehead where it looks a little bit unnatural. And also what I realized is that these wigs work perfect when you don't have any edges, but sis, we got edges, so we're trying to make this work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pluck the front just a tad more so that the baby hairs lay well, and also the wig looks well plucked where it's not bald. So be very careful. You don't want the frontal to look bald. So I'm just taking out a little bit of excess hair because I already cut the front. So we're just trying to make sure that it still looks as natural as possible. Now, I know we said no glue, but technically this isn't a glue, it's a styling gel. And the only reason why I'm using this is because, as I said before, my hairline is a little bit weird and it comes out just a little bit. And I just wanted to make sure that the flaps just stay down. So as you see, I'm using very tiny amount, like the bare minimal. And this is just to make sure that my flaps stay down and in place. And also you can just tighten the band a little bit more and the flaps will stay down when you tie it down with the mousse, as you'll see later on. But that was just me being extra cautious, just to make sure that you know, we don't want them flaps to be flying around. Now I'll be using mousse to lay back the hair to help with the flyaway, and then I'm going to use the mousse again to style the baby hair. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch to see how I style the baby hairs. It's really simple. I'm not the best at it. Everyone has their own style. You didn't even have to do the baby hairs. I just wanted to make sure I did them to hide my lace a little bit better. That's just my preference, but as you guys can see, you don't even have to do all that extra stuff. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Now after I have used the mousse to lay my baby hairs, I'm just gonna tie it down while I do some wand curls in this hair. And all the details you'll need for this wig will be in the description box down below. And that is all there is to this style. This wig is like super easy. I know you guys, like, it's really tiring when you come home from a long day. You just want to take your wig off. You don't want to sleep with your wig, but you don't have the time to be tacking it down every single day. So I think this method is perfect if you do not want to stay in your wig and you want to save your edges, sis. And for the final touches, I'm just going to pluck the parting just a little bit more. I'm going to apply some mousse and I'm going to recurl some parts of the hair, and that will be our completed look. Now this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this tutorial was very helpful. You can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at @Chev. All the info you'll need will be in the description box down below. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Go on, big up on yourself. Bye guys.